Salve Maria! Welcome to our latest video of the marvels of Christendom. Before beginning, I would like to make a short remark. This video shall be truly an unforgettable one that will mark you throughout your life, because we are going to find out and explore more interesting things about the souls in purgatory. And guess what? About a museum of the holy souls in purgatory. What does this curious museum deal about? And what is exactly in this? I am 100% sure that you want to know about it. So don't miss this golden opportunity to watch this video till the end. Man is a creature destined for eternal life. His everlasting destiny relies completely on the way of life he adopts during his earthly life. The eternal life of man, depending on his spiritual situation, balances primarily between two extremes, heaven or hell. All those who die in the state of grace achieve heaven, and those who die in the miserable state of mortal sin are doomed to hell. But if such is the case of souls who end up directly in heaven or hell, what could be said of souls who, although not misfortune enough to end up in the state of mortal sin, are yet stained with venial sin along with many imperfections? Purgatory exists to serve such a purpose, that is, to purify such souls who are not perfect enough to enter directly the heavenly kingdom, so that they may be able to partake in the heavenly joy. Since all these souls are in a state of purification, they are known as the holy souls of purgatory. What is the nature of their pain endured by those in purgatory? Purgatory is a place of fire that burns all who suffer in it. Although the main cause of pain in purgatory is the pain of not being able to see God face to face. Commenting about its pain, St. Augustine says that the fire of purgatory will be more violent than anything that man can suffer in this life. And St. Thomas Aquinas adds, the least pain in purgatory surpasses the great suffering in this life. In today's video, we have prepared something amazing to share with all our viewers who are keen to know more about the souls in purgatory. It is about the century-old museum of the souls in purgatory, which is located in the back of the Chiesa del Sacro Cuore del Suffragio in the banks of the Tiber. In this museum, a collection of Bibles, prayer books, and articles of clothing that have been marked by the hands of souls in purgatory are placed on display for the public. So let us examine a few of these objects together with the marvelous phenomena that have taken place along with them. The first picture shows some marks that were left on a small wooden table and on the chemise of the Venerable Mother Isabella Fornari, who served as the abbess of the Poor Clare Monastery in Todi. The 4 marks imprinted on these 3 objects were left by Father Pancini, the former abbot of the Olivetans in Mantua, on the 1st of November 1731. The first mark is of the left hand of the priest, together with a sign of the cross impressed on the table used by Mother Isabella. The second is also of the same hand, marked on a sheet of paper. The third mark is of the right hand, made on the sleeve of the abbess's tunic. The fourth one, also a mark of the right hand made over the tunic, had such an effect that a chemise was stained with blood. The second case, which is of a fingerprint that was left by Sister Mary of St. Louis Gonzaga. She had appeared to Sister Margaret of the Sacred Heart between 5th and 6th June 1894 and revealed that she was sent to purgatory due to a lack of patience in accepting the sufferings of tuberculosis by which she died. Having asked for prayers and as proof of her apparition, she placed a forefinger on the pillow. She appears once again to thank the community for the prayers that were offered for her deliverance. This particular image shows a mark left on the copy of the Imitation of Christ belonging to Margaret de Merle of Ellingen Parish in the Diocese of Metz by her mother-in-law who appeared in 1815, 30 years after her death in 1785. The deceased lady appeared dressed as a pilgrim in the traditional costume of her country. She was coming down the stairs of the barn, sighing and looking at her daughter-in-law almost as if begging for something. Margaret, on the advice of the parish priest, spoke to her and received the following answer: "I am your mother-in-law who died in the childbirth 30 years ago. Go on a pilgrimage to the shrine of Our Lady of Marienthal and have 2 masses said for me there." After the pilgrimage, she appeared again to Margaret to tell her that she had been released from purgatory. When her daughter-in-law, on the advice of the parish priest, asked her for a sign, she put her hand on the book and left a burn mark. After that, she appeared no more. This is a photo of the mark made by the deceased Mrs. Lelou on the sleeve of her son Joseph's shirt when she appeared to him on the night of 21st June 1789 at Wadek in Belgium. The son related that for a period of 11 consecutive nights he had heard noises which almost made him sick with fear. At the end of these days, his mother appeared to him on 21st June 1789. She reminded him of his duty of offering masses for her soul and reproached him for his bad way of life and begged him to change his behavior and to work with the church. Then she put her hand on the sleeves of his shirt, leaving on it a very clear impression. Joseph Lelou was converted and founded a congregation of pious laity. He died in the order of sanctity on 19th April 1825. These are the fiery fingerprints left by the deceased man Joseph Schitz when he touched with his right hand the German prayer book of his brother George on 21st December 1838 at Saralberg, Lorraine. The deceased man asked for prayer in expiation of his lack of piety during his earthly life on earth. I am quite sure that you must have been really impressed with all these proofs that show the authenticity of purgatory. But as true Catholics, we should go further ahead in our charity towards those who suffer in that sea of fire. Therefore, one of our primary duties as charitable Catholics is to offer prayers and penances for the souls in purgatory so that their pains may be relieved and that they may be quickly taken away to send to heaven. The Holy Mass is considered as the most fruitful means for the deliverance of holy souls. Secondly, we could name the Holy Rosary as a powerful means to redeem those souls from purgatory. All prayers that are offered for these souls are never left unrecompensed. Imagine if a certain individual was kept imprisoned by a certain king for a long time, and the king would demand an enormous sum of money as a ransom for his deliverance. If a generous friend of his would offer the demanded ransom and manage to get him released from that suffering, how much should such a person would owe to such goodness? It is the same case with the souls who are delivered by our prayers from purgatory, because they themselves are willing to help us in our need due to our charity towards them. The following true incident that happened in the life of Saint Nicholas of Tolentino may serve as a true motive to grow in our devotion to the souls in purgatory. One day, a young Augustinian priest named Nicholas had just begun to fall asleep when the voice of a particular person terrified him. "Nicholas, man of God, look at me." The soul identified himself as Friar Pellegrino of Osimo, whom Nicholas knew when that friar was alive. The particular friar continued saying, "I am tormented in these flames. God did not reject my contrition and instead did not destine me to eternal punishment, which I deserve due to my weakness, but to punishment in purgatory because of His mercy." Then he begged Nicholas to celebrate a mass of the dead for me, so that I may be freed from my torments. But Nicholas could not offer because he was assigned to say the monastery's community mass. Once again, Pellegrino pleaded, "Then at least come with me, see our suffering. Pity these unfortunates who await your help. If you celebrate Mass for us, most of these people will be liberated." Nicholas was then showed a great sea of souls of all ages, male and female, with conditions stretching across the land. Nicholas prayed all night. In the morning, once the monastery's prior heard his story, he gave Nicholas permission to immediately say the masses for the dead. 7 days later, Pellegrino appeared again, this time accompanied by a victorious multitude also freed. After that occurrence in the late 13th century, Nicholas spent his years praying and offering masses for the souls in purgatory. He freed countless numbers. During one mass, Jesus appeared, thanked him and showed him the souls his masses had released. In 1884, Pope Leo XIII declared Saint Nicholas of Tolentino as the universal patron of the holy souls in purgatory. Saint Robert Bellarmine teaches that because the church suffering is so close to God, much closer than we are, and having the great consolation of knowing that they are saved, their prayers for us are very effective. So, as you pray for your deceased loved ones and all the holy souls in purgatory, ask them to pray for you too. People do not realize what purgatory is. They have no conception of its dreadful pains, and they have no idea of the long years that souls are detained in these awful fires. As a result, they take little or no care to avoid purgatory themselves, and worse still, they cruelly neglect the poor souls who are already there and who depend entirely on them for help. Therefore, let us ask the Most Holy Virgin, the consolation of those who suffer in purgatory, together with Saint Nicholas of Tolentino, to intercede on behalf of all those who are tormented in purgatory, to inspire us to have more zeal and charity towards all who suffer in purgatory, so that we too may be blessed to be with them one day in heaven to sing the divine praises. As I had told in the beginning, I am sure that many of you must have understood why I had said that this video shall mark your life deeply. But it would be even better if you can create this deep impression in other souls by propagating devotion to the holy souls. So this is your opportunity. Do not forget to place your like and subscribe to our channel. Also, please do share this video with all your loved ones and be an apostle of the holy souls in purgatory. May God bless you. Salve Maria.